house now. Our entire team is with us to take us through a lot of the interesting stocks that are buzzing around in trade today. We've got Nigel joining in. He's looking at a bunch of metal names and Ultratech Cement. And I know Sonia has been looking at Bharat Forge because of those North American Class 8 truck orders. And Hormaz, as always, has his eye on some interesting brokerage notes. So, guys, thanks for joining in. Nigel, let me start with you. Let's go over some of the business updates, production updates that came in from some of the miners.
Well, let's start off with NALCO then. You know, they have said that the FY24 was a brilliant year for them and they were smashing records. So let's run you through the records. In terms of the FY24 performance, the aluminium numbers, they delivered their highest ever metal sales. And that's at around 4.7 lakh tons. That's optimum utilization levels. Moving to alumina, which is bulk of their profitability. Well, out there, they produced at more than 100% capacity utilization levels. So they have delivered a number of 2.1 million tons, which is phenomenal. And besides producing well, they're doing it profitably as well because they had the tailwind of the coal block. The Utkal D coal block got operationalized and it contributed to them as well. And that's what's going to help them out because that's a captive source of coal. They've also said that they've reached 2 million tons of optimum levels. So that's good news. Moving to MOIL, they as well said that they reported a record year in FY24 and it was even better than their last best record, which was FY 2008. Well, in terms of the production number, it's up by close to around 35%, coming in at around 17.5 lakh tons. And that's even better than the 13.6 lakh tons that they had done a few years ago. In terms of sales, well, that as well is up by close to around 30%, coming in at around 15.4 lakh tons, which is much better than what they delivered in FY 2008, which was at around 13.9 million tons. EMD, which is a smaller part of their business, that basically goes into batteries and it's an import substitute. On a small base of that grew by close to around 28%. So good going on MOIL as well. And finally, Hindustan Zinc, that's the only play on pure silver out here. And the silver volumes actually have done well. But before that, let's just tell you about they delivered their highest ever quarterly refined metal of around 270,000 odd. That's on account of better plant availability. The zinc production, that's up by close to 2% on a year-on-year basis, but on a sequential basis, that's up by close to 9%. And lead was higher as well on a sequential basis. The silver production, though, that's very encouraging. And I've been making this point for the last few quarters. Silver is the one that is ramping up, and that's the one that's going to give them a higher multiple. Well, that came in higher by close to around 4% on a year-on-year basis. It clocked close to around 198 tons for the last quarter, and for the year, it was close to around 750 tons. So the tailwind that you're getting in for Hindustan Zinc is both on the volumes and also silver prices overnight, as Manisha was saying, has done quite well. So that's the reason why that stock is up and about. Float as well, very limited out there.
Nigel, thank you very much for that update on those individual stocks. Moving on to